It's here.
Once upon a time, in the heart of the Caribbean, there lived a man called Rafael Monfrazel. He has spent years and years playing the lottery, dreaming of the day his luck would finally turn. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, his dream came true. He won an immense fortune. The news spread like wildfire, and Rafael was instantly thrust into a life of luxury and excess. However, with his newfound wealth, Rafael's heart grew cold. Once a humble and kind man, he became selfish, arrogant, deceitful. He abandoned his old friends, belittled those who once stood by him, and treated strangers with cruelty. His best friend, Diego, tried to reason with him.
Rafael,
Diego warned.
Rafael, everything has a price. Even your behavior will be paid for one way or another.
But Rafael was merely laughed and dismissed Diego's words.
I'm married, Villanueva. Who does people with me?
Little did he know the gods of the Caribbean had been watching. They saw his heart turn to stone, and they decided to teach him a lesson. One night, as Rafael fell asleep in his lavish mansion, he had a strange, unsettled dream of a wind howling like voices whispering judgment. When he awoke, something felt different. His limbs were no longer his own. He tried to speak, but only a bark came out. He had been transformed to a street dog, thin, unkempt, and powerless. Panic surged through him as he stumbled out into the unfamiliar world, where people now saw him as nothing more than a nuisance. Days turned into weeks, and Rafael struggled to survive. He scampered for food. He endured the cruelty of people who once saw his favor, and felt the bitter sting of loneliness. He watched humans walk past him, indifferent and sometimes even cruel, just as he had once been. Over time, he began to understand the pain he had inflicted on others. He felt shame, regret, and longing to be the man he was once. He found companionship in a small group of dogs, street dogs. Luna, a wise and gentle stray. Bruno, a fierce and loyal protector. And Rico, a mischievous but kind-hearted foe. Together, they shared the food and stories, and for the first time in a long time, Rafael felt the sense of belonging. One evening, as Rafael lay curling out of the hallway, he heard a piercing scream. His ears pricked up, and he turned out to see a small child being attacked by three vicious dogs. The child was crying, his tiny body shaking with terror as the white bird circled him. Barking and roaring with all his might, he laughed at the attacking dog, snapping at them and shielding the baby with his own body. Bruno, Luna, and Rico joined him. Standing their ground, the wild dog settled by the sudden resistance finally retreated into the darkness. The child, still trembling, clung to Rafael. For the first time in his life, whether as a man or as a dog, he felt truly selfless. He nuzzled the child gently, ensuring he was safe before leading him to the shelter. As the sun rose the next morning, Rafael closed his eyes, exhausted but at peace. When he opened them again, he gasped. He gasped? he, was, he was no longer a dog. His hands, his human hands, trembled as touched his face. He was back. The God had seen his redemption. Raphael stood up, overwhelmed with gratitude. He had been given a second chance, not just at life, but at being a better person. He sought out Diego and embraced him, tears streaming down his face. Tears streaming down his face.
Wait. You were right, my friend. Everything has a price, but kindness is priceless.
From that day on, Raphael used his wealth for good, helping the less fortunate, feeding the stray animals, and treating everyone with kindness and respect. He had learned that true fortune lay not in riches, but in the love and compassion we share with others.